Wellness to me means that you have choice. So to me, being well is a whole 360-degree lifestyle. It's your relationships, it's your health, it's your sleep, it's what you're eating, it's exercise. But the net result is that in your life, you have choices. So you can do the activities and have the kinds of relationships and have the energy that you want to do the things that you choose. I'm Janis Isaman. I am the owner of My Body Couture. I am a trauma sensitive movement specialist. I personally prioritize physical wellness because when I am tired or when I'm sick, everything else, including the mental and physical and financial, do not happen. So I've noticed in my life that that is the leading piece, that my body impacts my mental wellness, my body impacts my financial wellness. So I would choose the physical wellness personally. So for myself, wellness is not just the act of collecting money and having it in a storehouse. It's being able to make choices, and that's daily, weekly, monthly choices, or I'm able to have some indulgences. I'm also able to save. So there's pieces that are more than just saving for tomorrow. It's how am I spending it today? What choices am I able to make? What things can I cut back on? What is actually bringing me joy and abundance, and then being able to actually execute in that way. So there's a little bit of today, a little bit of tomorrow, a little bit of long-term future, and a lot of kind of choices. And actually for me, it's also about systematizing that so that every single thing isn't a choice, so that I'm not at the store making thousands of choices. I kind of have a bit of a system to it where I know in advance what that's going to look like. Well, I am a white woman of a certain age. That was my leading thought. I was like, how do I explain my age? I don't know how old people think I am, but I'm clearly not 20 and I'm also clearly not 60 or 80. So somewhere in the middle there. I do have a child, so I often am very visibly a mother. You can see that my hair is blonde, so that is part of that. And then, there's a lot of invisible things that people don't see. So perhaps in certain contexts it is obvious, but I'm a business owner. Perhaps that's not obvious. I am hetero. So if I happen to be in a scenario where that is obvious, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I am a lone parent. So that again might escape people's attention, although I typically am alone with my child. So that's part of my identity. I'm Canadian. So again, I think that's something that wouldn't necessarily be obvious, but is in certain contexts. It is when I hand my passport over to somebody. So I think that some of those things, it's interesting because some of them are obvious in certain contexts and not in others. And some of them are totally irrelevant in some contexts and matter quite deeply in others. So I am intelligent, I'm compassionate, I try to be focused on continually improving myself and my education. I'm curious, I like to connect with people. I'm a volunteer, so I give back, I contribute to my community. I try to have some sense of style and grace as I do these things. It's not always successful.